He was good at wrestling, so he would always, he was a very good wrestler, and if he could get me on the ground, I'm done, you know. And so, but I could box him, and so I'd say, "Promise me you're just gonna box," you know. And he'd say, "Okay, I promise," you know. And then just boom, boom. It's funny. I wish he was here and he could, because we love each other now. And so there was always conflict with me and Craig. We had a lot of conflict, and you know, people would always compare us. So we'd be standing beside each other, and somebody would say, when we were, you know, 15, 16, "Oh, I can tell the difference between the two of you. You have bigger biceps than you know." And they would say, it was usually said to me, you know, I'm just kidding, you know, but they would say stuff like that. And then if I got that, I would be proud. I didn't treat him well. I don't know. I would say we hated each other, and he would too. And we were roommates in college. We roomed together. We were together all the time. But yeah, we got into, I don't know how many, if it was maybe seven major fist fights in high school. And we would show up black and blue. It was terrible. Like we'd come in and we'd have a black eye and all that stuff. And Dad got called home once because my mom called him home from work. He came home really mad, furious, like tried to split us up. But before he did that, because it took a while for him to get there, you've got my mom screaming, "Tyson, they're going to kill eeach other," to my older brother. "Get up here and split them up." "I got it, Mom, I got it." So he comes upstairs and, "I got it, Mom, I got it." And he's coming out the front door, and we're out. He said, "Y'all go outside." And we go outside. And then he's, "I got this, Mom, don't worry about it." And he shuts the door and he goes, "All right, kill each other." He's like, "I want to see it," you know? And so we just went at it. I remember he was we were fist fighting. He's on his hands and knees. And I remember one time just doing this real bad on his back, and Craig just wincing. And I thought, "Oh no, I paralyzed him." I'm so grateful nothing bad happened. But I mean, we got into one fight over it. We were brushing our teeth, and you know, I guess maybe at the big house we had two sinks or something. I don't know. But this one we were sharing a sink, you know, and I'm brushing my teeth and he's brushing his teeth, and I'm trying to kind of push him away so I can spit, and he's trying to push me away so he can spit. And next thing you know, we just one push and another push, and then we drop the toothbrushes and we're just hitting each other. And he hit me, and it had me backed up against the wall, and I'm up against the wall on top of my feet are on top of the toilet. He hits me, my head hits a picture that was behind me, and it shatters the glass of the picture. He was good at wrestling, so he would always, he was a very good wrestler. And if he could get me on the ground, I'm done, you know. And so, but I could box him, and so I'd say, "Promise me you're just gonna box," you know. And he'd say, "Okay, I promise," you know. And then just boom, boom. I felt from him all the animosity. It's funny. I wish he was here and he could, because we love each other now. And so, but all the pent up bitterness from the way I disregarded him and pushed him aside and felt like I was better. I felt like he would take that out all at once on me. And so I don't know if I was trying to defend, but then I think I don't know. That's what's popping in my head right now. It's like there was a lot of pent up bitterness from stuff that I did wrong to him. And then when we did get into a fight, he's coming at me with that. But aggression is a good word. Probably both of us had that. And for me, I was probably we were pumping so much iron, lifting so much weights, like eating a lot. There was a lot of testosterone. It probably would have been healthy I don't know. That's why we wrestled and played football. It probably would have been healthy to get that out, you know, in other ways. It was, there was a definitive change in both of us. And we started going to the meetings, and it was probably maybe 3 or 4 days later that we came back to the dorm room together one night, and I don't know if they had preached on purity or something like that, but we came back and we had, swimsuit models and pictures of girls all up in our dorm. And so that was one of the first things that changed as we went back. And I remember both of us kind of turned our head and ripped down a poster together. And then he went on his side and ripped down one. I ripped down one. I think we got rid of CDs and stuff that we didn't think were good. And so just started doing that. And then, there's a verse that talks about hating and being hated. And we always kind of go back to that. There was definitely a massive definitive change that happened because we were born again and a day apart from each other, and then just blown away by God's mercy and grace and kindness, and then digging into the Bible, both of us reading a lot of the Bible. We were asked to share our testimony together. I think something about doing that was probably helpful too. When people said, "Hey, can y'all share your testimony together?" And then there's just this love for each other, grew. And then, that was 27 years ago. So we're 45. Is that right? 27 and 18? Yeah, 45. And so there's been a lot of life that's happened since then, and ups and downs. And we married roommates in college. So his wife and my wife were roomed together in college, and they became very tight and close. But then as we grew, he went off to, I think, sophomore year. He went and lived at Gibbs Hall, which is the athletic dorm. So he was there with Peyton Manning, and we graduated the year that we won the national championship, and Peyton Manning was there, and those guys, Leonard Little, and all these awesome football players. So he was there in their dorm, and then I stayed in Hess Hall, and I was an RA, and he was an RA. And but then our senior year, we decided to move back in again.